What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another Teen Mom 2 recap, which aired on Monday, April 22nd on MTV. The show starts off with Chelsea and her family in the snowy mountains of Colorado for their family trip. Now, she's staying up there with a friend who also has kids, so her kids will have someone to play with. And I don't like to talk about people, so I won't. So moving right along to Brianna. So Brianna's back home from spending the weekend with John for his surprise birthday celebration. And so now she tells him that he gets the chance to meet her mom and the girls. She claims that her only concern is Noah, because if Noah doesn't like him, then there's no chance that she's going to be in a relationship with him. Then Shirley tells her, well, it's going to take time for Noah to really get to know him, especially since he lives up north. And it's not like he's going to be visiting like often. He's going to visit every now and then. So it's a long distance relationship. So it's not like it's going to happen overnight that he gets to know her kids and her family. So moving on to Leah, it seems like the girls don't like Jason as much as they used to anymore, since he's beginning to act like a parent and set rules instead of just letting them have their way all the time like Lil usually does. So of course Lil gives him the okay to do so since they're in a relationship, but the kids definitely are not adjusting to it very well. So they're having a conversation while they're in a car, and like Lil always have these little conversations with her girls, and I love to hear them talk. I like that she can talk to her girls like that and let them express themselves, and she asks them how they feel about things. I like that. I just like the way her and her girls communicate. I like their relationship. So something came up that they were like threatening to hurt Jason as revenge for him being a parent and just setting rules for them. And like I say, this is something that they're not used to. So Leah is telling them, y'all can't be like that. You can't make threats to anybody and say mean things and say what you're going to do to them because you don't like that. You have to follow rules and stuff. Like, he's an adult and y'all are the children. And I give him permission to tell y'all, what you can and cannot do. And so they don't like that at all. So they pretty much just blaming it on each other. Like, I didn't say that. Allie said that, or Gracie said that. So that's what happened on their ride on their way to wherever they were going. Oh, I think she was taking Gracie to like a dance competition or something. So Kel says that her and Joe are getting along much better now and they're in a good place. And that's a good thing for her because now she can focus on planning her sister's baby shower that's coming up in a few days. She says that Isaac is getting older, so he's able to understand what their arguments are about, and she don't want that to be something, like the normal between her and Joe. So she just wants her kids to grow up in a stable, healthy household where they don't have to deal with hearing the mom argue with their dads all the time. So I hope that, it can stay on a positive side. It can just stay in a good place between her and Joe and Javi for the sake of the kids. And even when Lux get older, I hope that she can have a good, healthy, stable relationship with Chris if they don't end up being in a relationship, or if so, still. So there's a caption on the screen that says, David has threatened producers to show up every time Janelle has to film. That way, that'll force them to shut down filming since, they kicked him off the show and everything. So David is just determined to be an asshole like all the time. What's the point of that? Because I'm pretty sure the money that's going in Janelle's pockets is going in his as well. So if he hurts her money, he's hurting his own. So, what's the point of all that? He really needs to grow up. So, Janelle says, dealing with that on top of the fact that Amber from Teen Mom OG is tweeting things about David is just kind of stressing her out. So, she complains to the producers about it because there's a video of Amber And I guess somebody did like a screen recording, but we all seen it because I seen it myself on YouTube. Amber on Instagram Live going off about David and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure the producers already know what's going on between all of them who are on the Teen Mom shows. I'm sure they follow them, so they know what's going on with all of them, all the little drama and all of that. So that's like a part of the show that they didn't even have to film. Because it's like, it makes it look like Janelle is telling on Amber. And I'm pretty sure, like I say, the producers already know that Amber did that. It's nothing that they could do about it because Amber was not filming at the time. So what can they do about it? That's off camera. It's not like it's at work. So anyway, Chelsea said that she really appreciates this trip that she's on because she finally gets to be in the company of someone who shares her parental experiences because none of her friends at home has kids. Brianna tells her mom not to question John when he comes to town too much about things and, make him uncomfortable. And her mom is like, well, I'm not going to question him. You should be the one asking them questions, not me. And I'm like, yeah, right. So when he comes over, she kind of wants him to understand that, like, they're going to be cold talk. So don't bring up things like, this is your mom's new boyfriend and stuff like that. She said that I want Nova to think that we're just friends. And at this point, I really don't even think Nova cares. Because she's seen them come and go. I just don't think that the child even really cares anymore what her mom does with her life. I mean, she done left twice so far, leaving them at home while she go visit a man. I'm pretty sure the child know it. It's probably the guy that my mom's been going to see every time she leave us. So Leah's taking Gracie to the dance competition. On their way there, she's having a little talk with the girls because the girls, they're like going back and forth playing a blame game on who threatened to hurt Jason. And she's telling them, like, don't say things like that. You can't say you want to hurt somebody. Like, you cannot talk like that. Like, Jason is an adult and he gets to set the rules just like mommy does, and y'all have to follow the rules, and that's that. And so it just seemed like the girls are having a hard time adjusting to that. And they just don't like him anymore. And I can assume so because they so used to having their way all the time. So this is something that's going to be new to them. And at the same time, if they're going to be living together and Leah gives them the okay that he can discipline them, then it is what it is. So Leah explains to them that Jason is the adult and he has the right to discipline them now and stuff. And so she was like, y'all okay with that? And they're just not saying nothing. And then Addie says, well, I like him, but I don't like him like as a friend. And I just thought that was so funny. So anyway, Caitlin is still talking about her sister and having a baby pretty soon, and how her sister have a better support system on the family side of as far as family than she ever have. So this is why she's so much more excited to be planning her sister's baby shower. So Amber gets on Instagram Live letting the world know how she feel about David. Then Janelle responds to her and lets her know that she needs to stay out of her business. So Brianna brings John home to meet the girls, and it seems like the girls like him. They cling to him. They were laughing and friendly with him, and then they all go out to eat and everything. So Chelsea and Cole returns home to find out somebody has broken into their home. And I know that feeling because my house was broken into twice. So I know that it's an uneasy feeling for them to be there and to want to just move. And Cole is like, we can't just up and move. I understand what y'all saying, but we can't just up and move. It's not going to be that easy. And Chelsea is just looking at him like, excuse you? I'm not going to stay here. And so you can tell at that moment that's not something that they discussed off camera. But like I said, I understand that feeling when you just don't feel the same anymore in your own home. You don't feel safe and secure under your own roof. But at the same time, at least she has a husband and a good support system, a protector. Thank God that none of them were there when it happened, because it could have been worse. But at the same time, I do understand her just not wanting to live there anymore. I hope that they catch those burglars so that Chelsea and the rest of the family can do whatever it is they need to do to regain peace of mind. So Kel put together a beautiful baby shower for her sister, and her sister looked like she's about to pop in any moment. So Leo's telling Jason that one of the girls wanted to poison him, and one of the girls wanted to pinch him. And he was like laughing at it for a minute, but you can tell he was kind of serious and responding to her like, yeah, so they just got to understand that I'm an adult and we're the parents, and I'm going to set rules just like you would, except it's just going to be me. And she's telling him, well, yeah, that's just something that I'm not used to. So I know they're not used to it. But he's like, yeah, if we're going to be together, they're going to have to get used to it. And they weren't arguing or anything. She was just explaining to Jason that that's not something she's used to. So she know the girls are going to have a difficult time adjusting to rules and stuff like that. Because he was telling Addie that it's time to get off the phone and all that kind of stuff. I mean, not Addie. Wait, was it Addie or Allie? I think Allie. He was telling her that it's time to get off the phone. And you could tell she was hesitating or just pretty much ignoring him for the moment, because this is what they're used to with Leo. So Brianna and John and her mom, they went out to eat, and all of the questions were fine until her mom asked him, why don't he have kids? And I'm like, that's kind of off limits, lady. You worrying about why don't he have kids? And he was mentioning just a couple of things, and I could tell he was answering her out of nervousness, but he said something about child support, and she was like, so you're scared of child support? I'm like, first of all, you shouldn't have even asked him that. He's trying to say all of the right things and be comfortable at the same time, and I feel like he's under the 3rd degree, so she needs to chill out with all that. So Nathan, he says that it just seems like he's seen all the drama online between Janelle, Amber, and David and all that. He said, but it just always seems like Janelle got to put up, she's always just strongly defending David. Even if David is in the wrong, she's just defending David more than anything. He was like, how much longer is she going to live her life like that, defending David? So Janelle responds back to Amber when she gets back on live. And Amber, she responds back to Janelle, and she kind of had the last word about it. I couldn't really make out what Amber was saying for all the screaming, cursing, hollering, and all that, and the bad connection. So, anyway, but we know how Amber is. She was just, bitch, 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 and I'm a bad bitch, and David, and drug head, and you got all those drugs on your counter, all those pill bottles. She was going in on David and Janelle, you know, same old, same old. And so that's how that saga ended with those three. So anyway, that pretty much concludes the episode for tonight. And that's pretty much it. I don't know when their season finale is, because they didn't advertise it for last week as a season finale, but next week might be the last episode for the season. I don't know. I mean, not the season finale. They usually say like there's 2 more episodes before the season finale. They haven't announced it, so I guess they got a couple of more, maybe 3 more shows. So anyway, if y'all enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week with another recap of Teen Mom 2.